Kom Here en die kom gee ons nuwe krag, nuwe moed Here en 'n nuwe gees Here om weer oor te kan begin Here en om aan te kan Here. Here vanavond gee ons hierdie meeting van ASD. Here terug aan U Here. Here ons vra dat U hierdie meeting sal seën Here en al wat dit sal gaan Here. Here dat dit 'n welbehaag U sal vir Here. Ons vra dat U omdat ons dit verdien. Here maak enkel genade. Maar baie dank sê en amen en amen. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. So, from my side, I just want to say welcome to you all. I just want to ask you please to sign the attendance register. Yeah, thanks a lot for that. Then, apologies, just a few apologies from my side. Firstly, from the board, Gerard Trollop cannot be here tonight, unfortunately. And then also Suna Verhoef, she also cannot be here. And then I know from the people that also make apologies is Yolandi Burger, Marcel van Spijk, she's from Rotary. Then we have Janneke Simon, she's from Capital Security. Christy Harvey, he's from Tony's Truck Center. Then Jackie Yule and Rebecca Terblanche, they are from Remax Properties. And Leonie from LTS Security. If you have any people that apologize, you can just let us know. But yeah, they apologize with me. Yeah, Mishka Karim, she also apologized. Sorry. Then, if we can go to the previous minutes of last year, and the 25th of October, I'm going to ask Gert to just read us the minutes, please. Thank you, Gert.
Thank you, Tis. Good evening. Minutes of the ASD Annual General Meeting held 25 October 2022. Welcome. Point number 1. Andries Burger, Chairman of ASD, welcomes all the members to the Annual General Meeting. Opening prayer, Cheryl Boyson does the opening prayer. Point number 4, apologies, Mishka Karim, Suna Verhoef. Point number 5, previous minutes, 20th of the meeting held 27 October 2021. Yolandi Burger reads the minutes of the previous AGM meeting hosted on the 27th of October 2021. The members accept the minutes of 27 October 2021, proposed by Hector Loftus and seconded by Neen Peak. Point number 6, matters arising, none. Point number 7, annual report 2022. Gerard Labuschagne presents the annual report and reads the managers' and chairman's reports. The members accept the annual report of 28 February 2022, proposed by Marita O'Callaghan and seconded by Hector Loftus. Point number 8, annual financial statements 2022. Wilma Linda presents the audited financial statements of 28 February 2022. The previous financial statements were audited by De Tooy and Van Tonder auditors. The auditors were satisfied that the state of the bookkeeping and the management of the finances conducted by the management board of ASD. Wilma says that she has been involved with the organization for a year and can confirm that the financials are transparent and that the board is conservative in its financial management. Non-current assets decreased because of the sale of the bus. Liabilities, the organization does not run on a debt. Creditors are being paid timeously. The loss for 2022 is 129,000 Rand. Loss for 2021 is 267,000 Rand. The funds earned with the sale of the bus supported ASD throughout the financial year. Wilma continues explaining that we are halfway through the next financial year and would like to discuss the current running costs of ASD. The day care runs at a cost of 83,000 rand per month. 2/3 is spent on salaries. The remainder of the expenditure is allocated to meals, transport, cleaning, rent, electricity, etc. Transport costs are high. The bus was serviced at a cost of 39,000 rand. The running cost of the daycare is on average 2,200 rand per child per month. The current daycare fee is 600 rand per month, which is charged for 10 months. Subsidy from government is 37,000 rand. Regular monthly donations are received. The total income is 60,000 rand per month. There is a monthly deficit of 23,000 rand per month. The running costs for the CYCC is currently 103,000 rand. Salaries are 75,000 rand. The remainder is spent on food, admin, nappies, laundry, electricity, rent, etc. There are currently 13 children attending the CYCC at a cost of 8,000 rand per child per month. Income of 79,000 rand per month. Income of 79,000 rand per month, which includes 77,000 rand from government. Monthly deficit is 24,000 rand a month. The total deficit for both projects is 47,000 rand per month. Currently, renovations are done at both projects, which is funded for by the owners of the buildings. ASD doesn't have funds to do any renovations. The monthly deficit is decreased by regular donations received from the public. Fundraising projects such as the Donkey Lotto Land, Annual Golf Day, Jailbreak, Colour Run, and other fundraising functions did well. Vilna encourages the parents to get involved in fundraising events. The members accept the financial statements proposed by Fakir Moster and seconded by Marita O'Callaghan. Point number 9, appointment of auditors. Nikki proposes that Latoya and Van Tonder be appointed as auditors for the 2023 financial year. Andries seconded. Point number 10, election. The current management board is willing to serve another year. The members are Andries Burger, Mishka Karim, Greta Allen, Suna Verhoef, Anine Peek, Marita O'Callaghan, and Gerard Talab. Andries proposes that Brandon Issel, parent, join the board. Gerard Talab seconded. Point number 11, new matters, daycare and transport fees for 2023. Unfortunately, the daycare fees have to be increased as a result of a major increase in transport costs. The day-to-day fee from February 2023 will be 750 rand for kids making use of transport and 650 rand for kids not being transported. General, view Donkey Lotto Land video. Next Management Committee meeting, 10 November 2022.
Okay, can I ask proposal of the minutes? Somebody will propose? Victor, thank you. And want to second it as well? Marita, thanks a lot. Okay, any matters arising? Okay, nothing. Okay. And then if we can go on to the annual report for the 2023 year. And I want to ask Faisal to come and read us firstly the social report, please.
Good evening, everyone. I hope that the chairperson is incorrect, because I believe it's first the chairperson's report.
Okay, that's right.
I mean, I can do the social one as well, but maybe the English is up. He told me that his English will be short by now. That's why I'm doing the chairperson's report and the social report. Should I do the social one first? Okay. The chairperson's report. As the 2023 financial year commenced, uncertainties loomed with concerns about the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy. questions arose regarding the ASD's abilities to sustain its 28 staff members with a living remuneration and deliver quality service with the available resources. As we reflect on the conclusion of the 2023 financial year, gratitude fills our hearts. This marks the first time during my tenure at ASD that we can report a profit for the financial year. This achievement owes itself to successful fundraising projects and fruitful funding applications. We extend heartfelt appreciation to our annual donors whose contributions have played an integral role. Monthly contributors providing services such as gas refills, bookkeeping, fuel contributions, and more significantly contribute to the organization's sustainability. Managing public funds is a weighty responsibility, and we ensure that every cent spent has a lasting and measurable effect. Our dedicated staff stands as our greatest asset, and ASD's ability to deliver services hinges on their commitment. Therefore, the management board places a high priority on investing in skills development programs to uphold the standard of care. We are fortunate to receive support from organizations like Via Gracia Home-Based Care, the University of Stellenbosch through the Okwanda Rural Medical School, and therapists from the Departments of Basic Education and Health. ASD proudly participates in the Western Cape Forum for Intellectual Disabilities, an organization providing training on all aspects of running special daycare and residential care facilities for individuals with severe intellectual disabilities. The forum advocates for equal education and the inclusion of children with disabilities. My gratitude extends to my fellow board members for their dedicated service. Providing support to our staff and ensuring good governance is a collective effort, and your contributions are immensely valued. I extend an invitation to companies and individuals to engage with ASD's activities. There are various ways to get involved. 1. Commit as an active management board member and share your skills. 2. Volunteer to train staff and enhance their computer skills. 3. Offer assistance at fundraising events. 4. Make donations towards monthly expenses including nappies, food, clothing, linen, cleaning consumables, etc. 5. Participate in painting the inside walls at Sean Kelly Daycare Center. And finally, consider a monthly financial contribution. Looking ahead, I aim to see development within our management board and plan to step down as chair by building capacity within the board. I am eager to continue serving the organization by leveraging my event organizing and awareness raising skills to support ASD's mission. Yours, Andries Burger, Chairman. Thank you.
Mark, okay. Faisal, do you want to do the social report now as well? Or?
Yes, I'll gladly do that. Thank you. My English is still intact, so I'll carry on. The foreign language, as they say. The social worker review. The Sean Kelly Child and Youth Care Center is registered to accommodate 15 children with severe to profound disabilities between the ages of 1 month to 18 years. The CYCC accommodates children with the following chronic illnesses and disabilities. All children have severe to profound intellectual disabilities. Cerebral palsy, that is spastic diplegia, hypotonic quadriplegia, hemiparesis, and ataxia. Secondly, autism, epilepsy, ADHD, fetal alcohol syndrome, HIV, deafblind, partial visual impairment, microcephaly, speech disorder, neurodevelopment delay, PEG and Mickey feeding tubes. Children are assessed in terms of Section 11, that is children with disability or chronic illnesses, or the Children's Act 38 of 2005, that states, in any matter concerning a child with a disability, due to consideration must be given to A, providing the child with parental care, family care, or special care as and when appropriate, and D, providing the child and the child's caregiver with the necessary support and services. Children are all placed in terms of Section 158, Clause 1, which states placement of a child in Child and Youth Care Center of the Children's Act 38 of 2005 for a period of 2 years, whereafter the order be reviewed in terms of Section 159 of the same Act. Extension of court orders. During the reporting period, court orders for 4 children were extended in accordance with Section 159 of the Children's Act 38 of 2005. These extensions were vital in ensuring the continued legal protection and well-being of these children. Family panels and reunification services. Family panels, which involved collaboration with external social workers and family members, were convened twice during the reporting period to facilitate the extension of court orders. These panels played a crucial role in the decision-making process, ensuring that the best interests of the children were upheld. Reunification services managed by external social workers played an essential role in maintaining connections between children and their families. 7 children received regular visits from their parents and family members, reinforcing the importance of family bonds in the lives of these children. The transition to adult residential facilities. In the reporting period, 4 children reached the age of 18 years and due to chronic and caring conditions could not be reunified with their families. Applications were submitted to their admission to adult residential facilities. 2 of these children were approved and transferred to the Elizabeth Roos Home in Cape Town and Innovation for the Blind in Worcester. They initially underwent a trial period, successfully adapting to their new environments, and were subsequently permanently transferred to these facilities. The Department of Social Development admission application requests. From March 2022 to February 2023, a total of 25 applications for admission were received. However, the process of moving children from the Child and Youth Care Center is often slow given the complexity of family reunification. Out of the admission applications received from DSD facilities, only 3 were approved due to bed constraints. Confirmation letters were issued and these children were placed in temporary safe care. After a review and evaluation process, they were placed for a 2-year period. The need for alternative care for children and individuals with disabilities is continually on the rise. Many families lack the resources and capacity to provide proper care for their disabled children, leading to instances of neglect and abuse, particularly in impoverished communities. ASD receives approximately 4 admission applications monthly, but due to limited capacity and space, we are unable to admit all these children. Providing care and protection to children with disabilities is a significant responsibility. These children require ongoing chronic medical care, and our organization relies on the services provided by government clinics and hospitals. Our staff are specifically trained and possess the compassion and dedication required for this demanding job. Additionally, emotional support is crucial for our staff when they encounter the challenging circumstances that children face. As a social worker involved in alternative care, one can often feel overwhelmed by the overwhelming demand for these services and the limitations in our capacity to admit every application. Establishing strong and effective relationships with external social work organizations is imperative, as social workers serve as a critical link between the child's family and the care they receive. I thank you.
Thanks a lot, Faisal. And sure, I know that you were a very good teacher, and thanks a lot for reading us all that difficult words.
It's a pleasure, Chairman.
Okay, so if we can move on to the manager's report. Ger, can you read us the manager's report, please? That's also difficult words, I think.
Thank you, Chris. From the General Manager's desk. I've had the privilege of being involved with the Association for the Sensory Disabled since March 2004. It has been a remarkable experience to be part of the lives of so many children with disabilities who have accessed the services provided by ASD. Over the past 18 years, 69 children have benefited from the activities and opportunities offered by our organisation. It's important to note that this number excludes the 40 children currently enrolled at the ASD Sean Kelly. In the course of the past 19 years, the Association for the Sensory Disabled has built a well-respected brand known as ASD Sean Kelly. In memory of the organisation's founders, the dedicated management board and staff at ASD are committed to providing exceptional service and making a significant difference in the lives of children and families impacted by severe disabilities. Many of the children we've worked with have made significant progress, allowing them to transition to specialised schools designed for children with specific disabilities. Some have even gone on to attend mainstream schools, which is a testament to their determination and the support they receive. Children with severe to profound disabilities often face significant health challenges, and unfortunately many do not have the extended lifespan. The staff at ASD becomes deeply attached to the children, and the loss of these young lives due to complications related to their disability is profoundly felt. ASD Sean Kelly greatly values the support received from the Department of Basic Education, specifically the LSPID team, which stands for Learners with Severe to Profound Intellectual Disability. This team provides essential training for our staff to effectively implement the curriculum for children with severe to profound intellectual disabilities. Parents are also kept informed through quarterly progress reports on their child's development. The activities and services provided at ASD Sean Kelly are regularly evaluated and monitored by the Departments of Health and Social Development, and our organisation adheres to the strict norms and standards set by government departments. Despite facing limited government funding, we remain dedicated to our mission. While numerous challenges exist in providing quality services to a marginalised community, the management board of ASD and our staff are unwavering in our commitment to enhance the quality of life for the children involved with ASD. I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to the management board of ASD for their unwavering commitment and support. I feel honoured and humbled to serve the local community alongside the dedicated staff at ASD Sean Kelly. Together, we can continue to make a sustainable and positive difference in the lives of children and families affected by disabilities. Nicolette Labuschagne, Centre Manager.
Thanks a lot, Pat. Okay, can I ask firstly a proposal on all the three reports? Somebody who can propose? Ricky, thanks a lot, Ricky. And the seconder? Hector, thanks a lot. Okay, now we can go on to the annual financial report, and I ask Wilna to present us, please. Thank you, Wilna.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Chris. Good evening, Chris and Nikki and the board and staff and parents, everybody present. I've been asked to present the financial report. As you know, the year end has ended on the 28th of February 2023. The auditors of the Tuwe van Tonder here in Worcester, they drew up the financial statements and audited it. And they were quite satisfied with the state of the financial management, the cash flow management, the bookkeeping, etc. You have heard now basically all my words of last year in the minutes. But one thing that stood out was last year we needed to report there was a loss of 129,000, and this year we can be very grateful to say that there was a profit of 23,000, which is basically yes. So and that amount is basically interest that was earned from the bank. So yeah, it was basically the income and the expenses of the year. It broke even. That part is quite small. I don't know if you can see it much, but I'm going to read some of it to you. So in the financial statement, there's a balance sheet, which is like a picture, a photo that was taken on year end, that shows what exactly the organization's financial state was on that day. And then the income statement is like a story of what happened during the year. So on the 28th of February 2023, the non-current assets, I always compare what happened from the previous year till the next year. So you can see the non-current assets, that's basically assets that will last longer than 1 year. And so the property, plant and equipment, it decreased because of depreciation. But the assets that the organization has got that has a book value still in the books is basically the container that's outside there, and then computer and office equipment. The vehicles that ASD has got is already being depreciated and there's no value in the books anymore. There is an investment that's been invested for longer than a year. Then the current assets is basically then money in the bank or money that can be transferred into money quite quickly and easily. So on year end there was still daycare fees outstanding, which is quite a common thing. Sometimes at the end of the month there's money outstanding that was then received only the next month. That was what happened. And then often at the subsidy of the department, sometimes you receive next month's money you already received in the bank this month. So that's what happened at the asset side. Then at the current liabilities, there's also then the other way around sometimes that you have creditors, the expenses have already been accounted for, but the bill hasn't been paid. So at the end of the year, it looks like, it says cash and cash equivalents in the bank was 458,000, but then at the end of the year also 158,000 was owed. So, and then in March, April, that money was paid again. Okay, we can go to the next slide. Okay, what I did, I thought, let me draw a picture this time. Pictures are nicer sometimes than just words. But the income statement of the year, I put all the income there as like a pie chart to say, okay, it's a piece of pie, it's a pie, like a chicken pie, and then it shows all the income for the year was 2.64 million. Just over half of that 54 piece there on the side, just over half is then grants and subsidies from the government that fund the whole of ASD Sean Kelly organisation. The daycare fees is about 6% of the income, donations 21% of income. Then the daycare received an amount specifically that was designated to paint this building. So from the percentage of the whole, it was 8% that was received. Fundraising, projects and so on, initiatives, the profit of that was about 10% of the total of the income, and then interest was 1%. Okay, next slide. I've got the expenses there. Like I said, the expenses and the income is almost the same. So the expenses for the year was 2.62 million. There, the biggest bite out of the pie is the salary. So it's about the daycare salary is 26, group home 34. So that's in total 60% of all the expenses go towards salaries. And then, I grouped it together. The group home expenses, other expenses other than salaries is 14%. Daycare, other than salaries is 13%. Then we've got, the daycare paint project, I showed there separately, the 8%. Then accounting and auditing fees is 2%, depreciation 3%. So that makes up the whole pie of the expenses of the year 2023. Okay, let's go to, so I thought let me just give you a picture of where the current financial year is at, because it does look quite different. But just to give you a handle, sometimes big millions sound very big and it's not always so practical. So I thought let me give you an average. So the average running cost currently so I calculated that from March till October, end of October, for the daycare, the average running cost to run the project is 86,000 every month. And actually, just to add, all the, for me it's always so heartwarming to see how the community gives not just cash, but also things. And now most of those things are food and cleaning material and services and so on. So the value of those don't reflect into the books. Okay, so if you think, okay, you maybe get sometimes 3,000 rands worth of groceries this month, but then those amounts are actually, so the 86,000 is actually what has really been paid. So if you didn't get that donation, then the running cost would have been higher. Okay, so daycare running cost 86. Of that, the salaries is already 66. And I think then for the 20,000 that's left over, I think it's really very well spent, or it could have easily been higher than that. But because of donations, and I think because of staff that really try to save and work conservatively with the money, so the rest of the 20,000 then of course is for the transport, the bus that runs on expensive fuel, and the rent, electricity, food that the children get during the day here and so on. So currently there's 38 children in the daycare. So if we make that calculation again, then it's 2,400 average that each child, actually the cost is for each child to be here during the day. So considering that, you know what to pay for the school, for the daycare fees. So that is what the organization carries per child. So the monthly income, at the moment, the subsidy from government, it's Department of Health and Department of Social Development. In total, the subsidy is 52,000 a month. And then plus the daycare fees and regular donations, it averages around 77,000 that the daycare does receive. So the difference there is a deficit of 9,000 a month, which is quite, I know, I can't remember now what's the figure, but it is lower than what it was last year. So it means that there's more regular donations and also that there's more regular donations in kind, like food and so on that's been given. Okay, the next slide is the group home. Okay, so the current running cost is 113,000, of which salaries is 84,000. Like the previous report also mentioned, there's space for 15, there's 15 children at the moment. So average is 7,600. The monthly income, the government subsidy is 83,500. There's a regular donation that comes in for 1,000, so the monthly income is 84,500. So the deficit of the group home is much larger, also because we know, the families don't contribute, they don't get invoiced for the service that Sean Kelly provides. So then, the total deficit then is 37,400 on the next slide.
Sorry, what is the deficit for the group home?
28,500. So the total deficit monthly is 37,500, and it still amazes me that even last year it was also around there, and still the organization broke even. So let's see what will happen. There's still a few months to go. So currently how is the deficit being covered is that donations, one can't budget for it, but donations do come in. And then, as you heard last year, we said that one of the bigger bus was sold, and that money was put into a savings account. So there is money that's being withdrawn, but quite on a regular basis. So that savings account, of course, will not go on forever. But at the moment, at least, there can be money withdrawn from that every month. So just for interesting sake, I think sometimes you hear about the fundraising projects, but you don't really know how much in the end has come in from that. So I made a list here, just that's in chronological order since the beginning of the year, if I'm not correctly. Colour Run was, so this is the profit after expenses. Each one has got expenses that was deducted. Colour Run 8,600, Chicken Braai 10,000, Jailbreak 71,000, Jannie Moelman event that was shared with an old age home 11,800, and then the dance that was recently and the raffle tickets, all of that together was 64,000. So the total for this year, the fundraising has been 165,000. Excuse me. So, so the picture at the moment does not look so the same as the financial year before. After cash donations that have been received up to now, plus this fundraising, so if we've played it off against the deficit, at the moment the deficit for the year is about 93,000 up to end of October. I know, there is still a fundraising project to come, the golf day, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so the golf day of February this year, the profit was around 80,000, so let's see what happens to that again. And I've got a copy of the financial statements here if somebody wants to have a look at it later afterwards. And that's all from me. The question, yes, Zeke?
So what you have asked the previous, I can't remember, the previous AGM, the sale of the vehicle, On what year did that sale reflect on the financial report?
It was on the 2023 financial report.
What
But
is
that-
on this?
Ach nee?
22.
Yeah, 2022, yeah, sorry. The bus sale reflected on that year, yeah.
And that bus sales funds went into investment.
Yeah, it's in a savings account that draws interest, but it can, yeah, it's not a fixed investment. There can be money withdrawn every month. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Vilna. Can we move on to, firstly what's it called? So vir die financial report voorstel en accept. Frankie, thank you, and accept. Melissa, thanks a lot. Okay, can we move on to the appointment of auditors? We suggest that we still use the Toon van Tonder auditors, and if I just want to know if there's somebody else who has somebody else in mind, or can we go on with the Toon van Tonder? They know our books. Thanks for yourself for. Ek het self voor. Thank you. Then, if we can go on to the ASD Constitution, there's just one thing that we want to change, and Nikki will go, just sê net bietjie meer daarvan.
Explain.
Okay, so our constitution is still intact, but there's one change we would like to make. It's a suggestion by the Department of Social Development with regards to the management board and the number of people on the board. So currently it says a management committee comprising of a chairperson, vice chairperson, a secretary and a treasurer, and 5 additional members can be nominated, but we would like to change it to say a management committee comprising of chairperson, vice chairperson, secretary and treasurer, and 3 to 5 additional members. So this will entail that we can have between 7 and 9 board members, and not 9 as it is stated currently in our constitution. And it will just make it easier for us to invite board members, because what we find is that people can say that they would like to join us on the board, but then something happened in their life and they cannot stay on the board, and then we lose a board member, and then it's difficult again to yes, but anyway. So I would like to ask the members if this would be correct in saying that we can change the constitution. So what will happen now is I would just apply to the Department of Social Development through the non-profit directorate to make this change in this specific clause of clause 9.1. Can I have can someone suggest it and second, please, if that is okay? Is there any objections?
Can I say something about that?
Yes, please.
It's a very sound decision to make, because NGOs normally have problems in getting decisions that's binding because of members that are pulling out, because of valuable reasons that is legitimate. and then the board is struggling. I mean, all NGOs are struggling with that. So it just makes proper sense that that ASD go that route. So I'll propose that we do that and pose that to
Thank you.
the relevant authorities. Yeah.
Thank you, Faisal.
Can it be done? Is it
Yeah.
That is why we are here, to change the constitution like we wish, and then just inform the relevant authorities to approve. So
Yes.
I'll make that proposal. Thank you.
Thank you, Faisal. Is there a second? Evelyn Molster. Thank you so much.
Okay, oops. Okay, so if we can go on to the election of the board members, I know that the board will stay the same. Like,
Maybe we should just say who is
yeah,
on the
I will. So firstly, it is myself. It's Dries Burger. So I will still stand as chairman. And then Gerard Trollip will stand as vice chairman. And then we have Renette von Moellendorff. Can you stand up, please? Renette, I can see you. I was like, oh, fantastic. So Renette is our secretary for the year. Thanks a lot for that, Renette. Then Mishka Karim are our treasurer. Then we have Jannie Gerber as also a new member. Thanks a lot, Jannie. And then Tani Marita. She is also a long-standing member for us. Then Anine Peek. Nikki and Anine and I, we are from the beginning we are here. So Anine, thanks a lot for that. Wie het nog vergeet?
Tamela.
Tamela. I don't think Tamela is Tamela Sekelo.
Yeah, she is on the board representing the parents.
Yes, so yeah, unfortunately she's not here, but yeah, thanks a lot for Tamela then. And then if there is somebody here who want to join our board, you can please let us know, and we will communicate with you guys. It is a commitment. When you are on ASD's board, it's a commitment that you must take to assist with everything that is running on the organization and the board. So yeah, so you can make contact with us if you want to join. Yeah, if there is any suggestions, you can tell us now if you want to suggest someone, and we can contact that person if you have somebody in mind.
Last year you said you want to get more parents on the committee. How successful was that? Any interest?
Yes, we would like more parents on the board because this organization is to support parents and their children. So we would really like to invite parents. We have done in the past and we are still open. Tamela has raised her hand to come on board, and if there is any other parents that are willing, or a person from the community, you are most welcome to raise your hand. And we would really like to invite you to join our team. We meet once a month, and we are an active board, and all our board members assist with events and everything where they can, where their talents lie. Is there anyone that would like to put up their hand? Klink nie so nie. Ek hoor niks. Ek hoor nie hande opgaan nie. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, Is there something on the general that someone want to say something on the general, ask something? Going once, going twice.
I have a question about the security upgrades. How's it going with the security upgrades at the daycare center?
Sorry, I can report on that. So I have contacted LTS with regards to our group home security. Currently the gate is broken, and I did request a replacement of the lock in front, and we're just waiting for them. And also I spoke to LTS last night as well with regards to our safety on this premises, because vagrants frequent this premises at night, even though we have an alarm and beams and everything, but this person sleeps at the back of this building. And luckily our staff saw him yesterday, and they could explain to me where he sleeps. So I spoke to LTS, and they actually called him yesterday evening. So I'm very happy to say that they removed him. And so if he trespasses again, they will get the police involved. But we must realize that we are in the center of town, and we don't have very tall fences. So it's actually quite easy to jump this fence.
But didn't you put up beams and stuff?
Yes, we did. It's right around the building, the beams is here, and everything is working well. But when the security company comes, they've got a key of the gate, but when they come, they don't find the people that roam around. But luckily, we didn't have any break-ins this past few months, so at least even it's more people sleeping on the premises than people breaking stuff or breaking into the building.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victor.
Okay, something else that somebody want to ask?
The rose in front needs some water.
Thank you, Victor.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks a lot, Hector. You can throw some water on there. Thank you, man.
I'm a volunteer.
Thanks a lot. Okay, so from my side, I just want to say thanks a lot for all that came tonight. And the last thing I want to say is thanks a lot to our Heavenly Father who took us through this year and assist us to run the organization. And we can so grateful for a lot of blessings for this organization, and that is why we are here, for the kids and for our people here. And thanks a lot for all the dedication that you are putting in for us children. And that is now all from me, so my English is now finished.
Okay, thank you guys. I would like to say a prayer in thanks. Our Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this event, and thank you for everyone that came out and visit with us. Lord Jesus, I thank you and I praise your name for the blessings you bestow on us, and I thank you so much for taking care of us. And I would like to ask you to please bless all our staff and the members that attended this meeting. Amen. I would like to invite you to join us. We've got some nice refreshments in the kitchen, and we would all, just spend some 10 minutes and enjoy some refreshments with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.